please join us and say,
Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the glories and the mysteries of this great gift.
Welcome. I'm Janet Amphlett, a member of the Worship Committee at First Church Belmont, and I'm so happy to be with you at this moment. In 2 days, it'll be the 50th anniversary of the first Earth Day. 20 million people came out to celebrate that first Earth Day. It was 10% of our population at the time. And a lot got accomplished. That same year, the Environmental Protection Agency was founded, the Clean Air and Clean Water Acts were passed, and the Endangered Species Act was passed as well. And these governmental changes made a big difference. We got rid of lead in gasoline, we banned DDT, we successfully tackled acid rain, and the ozone layer began to heal. It all happened because people connected and voiced their love for our beautiful planet. Now we have new challenges, but we also have a new reminder of our interdependency and the phenomenal capacity of our Earth to heal, with the blue skies over Delhi and the clear air over China and northern Italy. These changes have been so remarkable they're even visible from space. Could this time of interdependency and crisis be an opportunity to move forward on preserving our beautiful, beautiful planet, our blue boat home? Offered to you in love and birdsong.
So I spoke to a rock, and it didn't talk. I know what you are thinking. Rocks don't talk. Well, you'll be in shock when I tell you it started blinking. Yes, it blinked. It had two eyes, I think, or at least one furry brow. Well, yes, that brow crawled onto my rain shawl, but then please do tell me how. It had two lips, I think, to blow a kiss, but like me, the rock was shy. The lips became wings, two pretty little things, and flew up to the sky. I'm no fool. I've been in school for 2 years and about 6 weeks. I know nature is mysterious, and when you listen, it can speak. My parents forced me outside to play, so I thought I'd hear what it had to say. And although it didn't speak the way I thought it would from the start, it tickled my senses, and it made me think, and it spoke right to my heart.
We would be one as now we join in singing our hymn of love to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are and what in us is true. We would be one in living for each other to show to all a new community. We would be one in building for tomorrow a nobler world than we have known today. We would be one in searching for that meaning which binds our hearts and points us on our way. As one we pledge ourselves to greater service with love and justice strive to make us free.
This is a reading by David White called Everything is Waiting for You. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressive and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely even you, at times, have felt the grand array, the swelling presence, and the chorus crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is a hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come. The doors have always been there to frighten you and invite you. And the tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and seen the good in you at last. All the birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you.
Shall we gather by the river, where bright angels' feet have trod, with its crystal tide forever flowing by the throne of God? Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God. Soon we'll reach the shining river. Soon our pilgrimage will cease. Soon our happy hearts will quiver with the melody of peace. Yes, we'll gather by the river, the beautiful river. Gather with the saints by the river that flows by the throne of God. That flows by the throne of God.
Just to the side of my childhood home, there was a stand of lilac bushes, which had lilies of the valley growing beneath them. I remember so clearly picking the lily of the valley, endless bounties of beautiful, fragrant flowers. When I was in my happy exile in California, for a while I longed for the lily of the valley and the lilac, both of whom like a certain amount of cold to really thrive. I went to the beautiful little garden store in Berkeley, and the very kind lady there told me not to buy the lily of the valley. We stock it and we sell it because there are always some East Coast folks who want to buy it and plant it, but it just isn't happy here. But I had to try, and of course, she was right. On my way to work from where I lived in Berkeley, I would pass this one house which fought a bizarre little battle every year. They had 2 lilac bushes out front, spindly and sad looking, and for a few weeks every year, they would buy bags of ice and cover the base of the bushes to approximate winter. When I saw that, I gave up on trying to force feed my garden my East Coast favorites and instead opened myself up to the many, many plants which wanted to grow there. But to be sure, the very first thing I bought when we moved back to the proper coast and landed in New Hampshire more than a decade ago were lilacs and lily of the valley. Planting them and watching them take root and thrive year after year, I was held in place, held by history, transported back to that little side garden, rooted to this earth, these patterns, these smells. This is why I garden, along with my beloved wife, Lauren. We slowly, intentionally transform whatever space we find ourselves living in. Because gardening is a willful act of remembering connection, taking time to dig hands into the dirt, helping a space become beautiful and thrive. When we left our home in New Hampshire last year, you could look back and see the successive years of projects. Usually we tackle one area a year. This year, the front garden. Next year, the little shady pocket garden along the side. And then another, planting a few trees, lots of perennials, watching them return, experiencing the flow of the year, the waves of blossoms and growth. When I am settling into a place, a home, a garden, I am remembering my connection. I am remembering my place in the family of things. And this matters, especially now. Especially in what my 4-year-old Aaliyah is calling the sickness season. Because it is so easy to feel isolated and alone. It's so easy to feel disconnected. But the truth is far from so. We are now as ever, and now more than ever, connected and held. We are held now and always in the interconnected web of all life. As many of you know, as all of this was beginning, one of our members, Bob McGaw, had a wonderful idea. Wouldn't it be wonderful, he said, to have a network of connection grouping all of our members and friends, the widest embrace of First Church, connected into little neighborhood groups, so that in case anyone was in need, in case anyone gets sick or needs supplies, that anyone can help and be contacted and deployed. It was a wonderful idea, and a small little task force was created, and through Lauren Crocker's brilliant data creativity and bone-deep commitment to you all, the neighborhood unity groups, or the Nuggets, were born. If you'd like to be part of one but haven't been contacted, you can reach out to me directly and I'll make sure you're put into one of them. I knew it was a good idea. You could just feel it in the early emails. But a few weeks later, I saw it all in action. I was reaching out to Laura Miller, one of our wonderful elders, I think technically perhaps our eldest elder at all of 97 years. And I believe it's taken all 97 of those years to perfect her sweetness and her grace. I got her son Roger on the phone, and as it turned out, they were doing well, but in need of some of the classically golden and hard-to-find pandemic supplies. Hand sanitizer, toilet paper, paper towels, rubber gloves, Clorox wipes, and so on, the greatest hits of things which sounded pedestrian just a month ago, and now have a sort of golden sheen to them. So I reached out to their Nugget. I actually had a few extras of some of what they needed, some hand sanitizer and paper towels. And as it turned out, 5 other families had a few extra other things. And over the next few days, deliveries were made. In drips and drabs, they were slowly restocked. So many concrete examples of our connection and our love showing up on their doorsteps. The Nugget was in full swing. This is what David White was saying when he says, "Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressing and cunning crime with no witness to the tiny hidden transgression. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of our surroundings. Surely even you at times have felt the grand array, the swelling presence, the chorus crowding out your solo voice. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. Everything is waiting for you. You are hearing these words. You are watching this video. So you are part of the widest embrace of First Church. You are connected and held. You are part of this community. This is one of the strange and beautiful gifts of this time. We have heard from people worshiping with us, watching these videos in Texas and in Germany and lots of places in between. In this moment, as we have expanded past the beautiful walls of this church, we are touching again this truth that we are connected to one another, to this community, to this beautiful and broken planet. As many of you know, we have Earth Day coming around the corner, and along with our FCB Green team, we started a project a while ago called 40 for the Earth. Many weeks ago, in an alternate reality, we invited people to take up a practice for the Earth for 40 days. My kids decided to start composting. We got curbside pickup service from Black Earth. Little did we know then that we would begin to serve 3 meals a day to 5 people. But the practice has been wonderful. A shocking glimpse at how much food we had been wasting and pumping into the trash. And I also committed not to use any disposable cups, which at first was complex as many places stopped allowing reusable cups, but for a while now has of course been easy as all those places are closed. But the beauty of this project, which we will continue in coming years, has been taking up a willful act of mindfulness around the earth and our stewardship of it. And this strange time stretches out before us. Along with our FCB Green team, I invite you to extend those 40 days. Both the duration of this lockdown and beyond. What would it mean to not return to the carbon footprint of 6 weeks ago? What would it mean to commute less, to consume less? What seeds of wisdom have been planted in your heart in this time? How do you long to live when this is over? How do you long to live now? In her classic poem, Wild Geese, Mary Oliver writes, "You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves." But it's the end which has been especially with me when she says, "Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things." This is my prayer for us all, that this time is a call. That this time is the harsh and exciting call announcing our place in the family of things, and that we do not simply return to life as it was, that we do not return to past patterns, but that we remember this connection, that we remember that we are held and woven, and that we live accordingly. Dear First Church, put down the weight of your aloneness. Remember this moment that you are held and loved, part and particle of this glorious array. Remember that your life is woven fine with all existence. In the words of Wendell Berry, rest in the grace of this world and be free. Amen.